Today on Shop Math, we're going to talk about surface area and what it means for people who design and build stuff. Surface area is the amount of space contained within a shape. It's a measurement of two-dimensional space. Different formulas are used to calculate surface area for different shapes, but in general, if you know the dimensions or the measurements of a shape, you can calculate the surface area. We measure surface area in square units. So if the length and width of a floor were measured in feet, we would calculate the area in square feet. If the dimensions were measured in meters, then we would calculate the area in square meters. If it were inches, we would measure area in square inches, and the same is true no matter what unit is used to measure the dimensions of the space. Surface area is often something that people need to think about or calculate when they're designing and building things. The picture on the left is of a cylinder head for a motorcycle engine. Notice all the little ridges all over it? What do you think they're there for? Are they just for looks? Actually, those ridges have an important function for the engine. As the engine runs, it gets hot, and if it gets too hot, parts inside will start to break, so the engine needs a way to cool off to prevent this. When air passes over the engine, it carries away some of the heat. But the more surface area the engine has, the more air can come in contact with that surface, and the more heat it can pass along. So to increase the surface area of the cylinder head, the designers put these ridges all over it. Now when the air passes over the engine, it comes in contact with more of the hot surface and carries away a lot more heat than it would without the ridges. Do you recognize the image on the right? That's a heat sink found inside a computer. As the computer works, its processor becomes hot, a lot like the engine, and if something isn't done about the heat, it will damage parts. So the processor has a heat sink like this one installed on top of it, and just like the ridges on the engine help increase the surface area to cool it off, the heat sink does the same thing for the computer. A small fan blows air past the heat sink to help carry away the excess heat, and the more surface area the heat sink has, the better it can pass the heat to the air. Okay, so maybe you aren't a computer engineer designing heat sinks, or a mechanical engineer designing motorcycle engines. How might you use surface area to help with your projects around the house? The truth is, people who build and repair things deal with surface area quite a lot. Let's say someone wants to replace the floors in their house. They would need to know the surface area of the floors before buying flooring, carpet, or floor tiles. Roofing materials are also measured by surface area. Or you might need to calculate surface area before buying paint, stain, or other finishing products. Let's try a practice problem. Roofing materials like shingles are sold by the surface area they cover. 1 square of shingles covers 100 square feet. 3 bundles of shingles equal 1 square. Take a look at the gable roof shown here. Both sides of the roof have the same measurements. One side of the roof measures 42 feet long by 13 feet high. What is the surface area of the roof? The surface area formula for a rectangle is base times height, and we have to remember to multiply our area by 2 because there are 2 sides to this roof. 42 feet times 13 feet equals 546 square feet. 546 square feet times 2 sides of the roof equals 1,092 square feet for the total area of our roof. How many bundles of shingles are needed to cover the roof? We already saw that 3 bundles equals 100 square feet, so 100 square feet divided by 3 bundles equals 33.3 square feet per bundle of shingles. To figure out how many bundles are needed to cover our roof, we need to divide the surface area of the roof, 1,092 square feet, by the surface area covered by a bundle, 33.3 square feet. And when we do this, we find that we need 32.79 bundles of shingles, but we're not quite done yet. The bundle is the smallest package that you can buy shingles in, so that means that if your answer isn't a whole bundle, we need to round up to the nearest whole bundle because we can't buy 0.79 of a bundle. So our answer is 33 bundles. If the shingles cost $25 per bundle, how much will the shingles cost for the whole roof? First, we take the number of bundles needed and multiply that by the cost per bundle to find the total cost of the shingles. So 33 bundles times $25 per bundle equals $825 in shingles to cover this roof. Not too bad, right? Now you try. Take a look at the new dimensions for the roof. And remember that there are two sides, each with the same measurements. What is the surface area of the roof? How many bundles of shingles are needed to cover the roof? And if these shingles cost $30 a bundle, how much will the shingles cost for the whole roof? Congratulations on completing today's shop math. Now rest those brain cells because next time we're going to kick it up a notch. Until then, thanks for watching.